Hello everyone, this is Amita Gupta. Welcome you all for my 25th lecture of electronic devices circuit, that is low frequency analysis of common emitter amplifier. Okay, these are the analysis steps. First you have to draw AC equivalent circuit, then replace BJT with model, then short voltage sources, open current sources, and find out the frequency by F equals to 1 upon 2 pi R into C. Okay, now see, this is the BJT amplifier circuit. This collector, base, ammeter. Okay, now if you will check this is your input coupling capacitance, this is your output coupling capacitance, this is your bypass capacitor. Again listen carefully: input coupling capacitance, output coupling capacitor, bypass capacitor. Okay, if you know the frequency response which we have explained the previous lecture, this is your frequency response of common emitter BJT amplifier. There are three range: low frequency range, mid frequency range, and high frequency range. At mid frequency range, there is no effect of capacitors, gain is constant. But at low frequency, gain reduces due to coupling and bypass capacitance. At high frequency, gain reduces due to uh, transistors capacitance, uh, or we can say stray capacitance or Miller capacitance. Okay, so again listen carefully. At mid frequency there is no effect of capacitance. At low frequency, capacitance gain reduces due to coupling and bypass capacitance. At high frequency, gain reduces due to the transistor internal capacitance. Okay, so now this is your input coupling capacitance, this is your output coupling capacitance, this is your bypass capacitance. Since we have learned that gain reduces at low frequency due to these capacitance, so we cannot ignore these capacitance. All these capacitance will be connected in our small signal model, and then we will calculate the frequency across output capacitance, across the bypass capacitance, and each frequency means each capacitance contribute toward one pole. Okay, so next we'll do first check if you want to calculate the frequency for input side. So circuit will be like this. Okay, this is input circuit and this is your system, this is your CS. There is some resistance across the system, that is Ri. So if we'll find across this capacitance, now both resistance will be in series. Again listen carefully, we are finding across these points. So across this, both will be in series. This will be short circuit. So Rs and Ri will be in series. So total frequency is 1 upon 2 pi into total resistance Rs plus Ri into capacitance Cs. Then same with next part, output coupling capacitor. So this is output capacitor, this is the output resistance, and some resistance of the system, whichever they connected with. So across this capacitance, both resistance will be in series. So F equals to 1 upon 2 pi R naught plus RL into Cc. Okay. Next is their bypass capacitance. Same here, the capacitance across resistance across this and your capacitance. Frequency will be 1 upon 2 pi R into C. So this we have learned how to calculate the frequency across the each capacitance. So now we will solve one numerical. Okay, now in this numerical, this is the figure given. Now we have to determine overall low frequency response of this, or we want to say we want to calculate the frequency across the CC1, across CC2, and across CE. And these are the given parameters. Now again listen, this is your input coupling capacitance, output coupling capacitance, bypass capacitance. So first of all, we have to draw this small signal model. We have already learned in the previous lecture how to draw the small signal model. Just have a quick overview. This BJT symbol is converted in this BJT symbol is converted in this. This is your fix. For any BJT, this circuit will be drawn. Okay. For any BJT, this one is input resistance and this is your output current source and this is your ammeter. This is fixed for any BJT. Okay. Whenever we are doing any AC analysis, at that time DC is your grounded. Okay. Learn this. This circuit is fixed. Now we have to check what is extra circuitry at base, what is at ammeter, and what is at collector. Now first check at the base. At the base, this is your base. At the base, this is your input voltage, input resistance, CC1, and these two the resistance. Since this resistance is also connected to ground and this is also connected to ground, so both we can connect in parallel, and that we are giving name RB. So here both resistance parallel, that is R1 parallel R2. So VS RS C1 into parallel. This is circuit circuitry at the base. Again, listen carefully. At base, this is connected to ground, so we are crossing it and we are connecting here. And now when we will connect here, these two will be in parallel. So we can write one resistance RB, that is R1 parallel R2. This is the circuitry at the input side. Vs, Rs, C1 and RB. Okay, this is the input side. Now what is at E? At ammeter there is RE and this is CE. So at ammeter what we have connected RE and CE. Now at collector RC only, nothing else. So at collector only RC and capacitance. The difference between the normal mid frequency small signal model and low frequency small signal model. In mid frequency, these all capacitance were short circuit. In mid frequency, these all capacitance were in short circuit. But in this, we cannot ignore this effect. We cannot short circuit this. We cannot short circuit this. We cannot short circuit. This is the difference between the mid frequency circuit and this low frequency. Okay, now what is the next tool? Next tool is we have to short circuit the voltage source and open circuit the current source. So we have shorted this voltage source and opened this current source. That is the next. Now what we have to do, we have to analyze the circuit for different capacitors. Means we have to find out the frequency with respect to each and every capacitor. So first we will talk for C1. Whenever we are doing for one capacitor, then other will be shorted. Okay, so we are doing for C1, this will be shorted. This C is shorted, definitely RA is not there. So this will behave like the ground. Okay, so see here we are doing for C1 only. So for C1, this is shorted, this is shorted. Okay, this shorted, this is also shorted. Since it is open circuit, this part went versus grounded, it is also not there. So what is remaining means it is connected to ground, RB and HI, and both we can connect in parallel. So we can write RB parallel HI. So see here we can write RB parallel HI. Okay, understood? RS C1 and RB parallel HI. RS C1 and RB parallel HI. Now across this point, these two resistors are in series. Okay, so two resistors are in series, means total resistance will be RS. Total resistance will be RS plus RB parallel HI, and capacitance is 10 microfarad. So F equals to 1 upon 2 pi into R into C. After substituting all the values, you will find the low frequency. Next is capacitance due to the now we have to find out the frequency across this capacitance. I have already explained you that we are finding across this capacitance, other will be shorted. This is short circuit, this short. This is since due to open circuit, this part is removed here. Now at ammeter we have to find out the equivalent resistance. Now if you remember, this is the current flowing, that is IB. What is IB? IB you can write IE upon 1 plus beta. IE equals to IB equals to IE upon 1 plus beta. Okay, if you solve this circuit, so first of all these two resistance will be in parallel. This will be RS parallel RB, then in series with HI. So RS parallel RB plus HI into current IB. If you apply KVL like this, so what will the equation? RS parallel RB plus HI into IB, then across this is IE RE. Okay, otherwise just remember the short tricks. What is calculate equivalent resistance and divide by 1 plus beta, because you know IB equals to IE upon 1 plus beta. IE upon 1 plus beta. Otherwise solve through the KVL. What is the KVL? Total voltage across this is total resistance multiplied by IB. Here total resistance RE multiplied by IE. Okay, but since two currents should be same, so IB equals to I upon 1 plus beta. So here what we have written, RS parallel RB plus HI divided by 1 plus beta. HF is your beta. Again listen carefully. What is the equivalent resistance here? RS parallel RB plus HI. RS parallel RB plus HI multiplied by IB, since we are calculating at ammeter. Okay, at ammeter, so I'm converting IB in terms of IE. So multiply by IE upon 1 plus beta. Okay, equals to IERA. After solving this, B upon IE will find out the equivalent resistance divided by 1 plus beta. Okay, So otherwise, just remember the short trick, calculate the total resistance and divide by 1 plus beta. That's it. So total resistance RS per RB plus HIE divided by 1 plus beta. That resistance at upper side and the lower side one resistance RE. So at this node, both resistance will be in parallel. So both resistance will be in parallel. This is your total resistance. Again, listen carefully. That is your ammeter terminal. At ammeter terminal, one resistance here RE and one resistance upper is RS parallel RU plus HI upon 1 plus HB, that is Z or that is your RE. So both will be in parallel. Z parallel RE. Total resistance. Okay, again I am repeating clearly. This is your ammeter. At ammeter 1 RE is here. Just remember the short trick, total resistance divide by 1 plus beta. Don't forget it. Otherwise, solve yourself. If you apply the KVL, the resistance multiplied by IB means whatever resistance here, Z multiplied by IB. Okay, then I multiply by RE. Okay, then you will find out V upon RE. That is, sorry, V upon IE, that is your output resistance. Okay, so I have just simply just use the short trick, equivalent resistance divided by 1 plus beta, that is at this side RE, so both will be in parallel. Okay, now F equals to 1 upon 2 pi R into CE. So this is frequency due to bypass capacitance. Now frequency due to output capacitance, since there is nothing at the output side, so we cannot find out. But if RL can be there, then you can find out by RC plus RL. Across this, both will be in series. So F equals to 1 upon 2 pi RC in RC plus RL into CC2. So in this way, we have calculated the frequency across the all three resistors. Okay. So keep learning. God bless you. If you have any doubt, you can write in comment box.